What's up guys? So in a previous video I opened a box of trading cards and the same person who suggested that video asked that I show my whole collection, and so that's what I'll be doing in this video. I've got these holders right here full of cards, and then I've also got some special edition cards here I'm going to show you right now. We've got some autograph cards, some Legends of the Game. We've got even a few that have pieces of the jersey, game worn right there, Jozy Altidore, that's one of those. So basically guys, the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to go through these card holders, just show you the cards that I have. Starting off with the Premier League, we got Arsenal here. I'm doing this video in the middle of the January transfer window. I try to keep up with transfers and move players around if I have to. So if some players are in the wrong place, it's just because those transfers haven't happened yet when this video is being filmed. I don't know when I'm going to post it, that's why I'm saying this. Anyways, I've got a lot for Arsenal and Manchester City. The way that this is organized is the teams with the most cards I put first. So Arsenal, City, Chelsea, not a surprise that I have a lot from there. And the way that I collect these cards, a lot of the times they're available online, but also in some stores in the US you can actually find packs and boxes of cards, which I think is pretty cool. Because soccer is not as popular in the US, obviously, but I think it's really cool that they still have some of the cards on sale. It's really the way that I've got most of my collection. I also love to collect cards when I travel to other countries. For example, if I go to England, I like to get like a box of Premier League cards. If I go to Italy, they have Serie A cards on sale. So that's how I get my collection as well. But I really enjoy just collecting them and sorting them, through the transfer window. It gets pretty hectic, but I find it kind of fun to just move players around a little bit. I also think it's so cool how many different types of cards there are, like different brands and different, looks to the cards. It's not all the same, and I think that's pretty cool. So, almost done with the Premier League, I think. That's obviously the league where I have the most because they're the cards that I find the most. Hope you guys are able to see. I'm doing my best here. I'm flipping the page with one hand and holding my phone with the other because my tripod that I use to film videos doesn't have a way to look over something. So that makes it a little more challenging. But that is it for the Premier League. So actually I have a few cards from teams in the Championship, and that's just because they were Premier League cards for a time, but then those teams got relegated, and so I just grouped them here. Also got a few random ones like Todd Cantwell now at Blackburn, and Ben Doak is on loan at Middlesbrough from Liverpool. Then we've got the Bundesliga, which I think is really cool that I also have a bunch of Bundesliga cards. Bayern Munich obviously is the team with the most. And what is surprising to me is that most of these Bundesliga cards are coming from stores in America. Like they had boxes of Bundesliga cards on sale. They look like this. So these cards are the ones that actually I found here in stores, which I think is really cool. I never would have expected to find Bundesliga cards in the US. That was a huge surprise. Definitely not as much as the Premier League. Already almost done here with the Bundesliga, but it's very cool. There's an autograph one right there. And that is it for the Bundesliga. Okay, lastly for this card holder is Liga. I was able to put them here at the back because it's really just PSG, which probably doesn't come as much of a surprise to you guys, but there are a few cards here from Monaco and a few from Marseille, Lyon. That's kind of it. Got a few more here. Funny story about this card holder, I actually got it in the London Heathrow Airport. I didn't expect to find cards in the airport, but they had them. So what I've put in this holder are La Liga cards, so starting off with Barcelona. And Real Madrid. Not surprised that those are the two most popular teams. And then Atletico as well. Hopefully you guys have a good view. I'm going to be looking back at this when I'm editing and thinking I could have done it a lot better, but hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I think it's really cool to sometimes just flip through. I'll see cards that I didn't even remember that I had. It's like, oh, I remember that guy from this moment or this team. And that does it for La Liga. There are a few cards here from teams on other places in Europe, like the Portuguese league. We got Sporting, Porto, and Benfica. I'm honestly not sure what's next. I don't remember. I think it's the Dutch league. Yeah. Got PSV and Feyenoord and a few from Ajax. Still weird to me that Jordan Henderson plays for Ajax. And then we've got the Saudi Pro League, which honestly, when that started happening, players started going over there, I didn't think it would get this much. I didn't think this many players would be heading over there, but hey, money talks, right? So after the Saudi League, I think we've got a few cards here from just random leagues. This is the Belgian League. Wouldn't expect to have many from there. Then we got Celtic and Rangers from Scotland. This holder is kind of all over the place. And then a few from Salzburg in Austria. Okay guys, this holder actually comes from Italy. I think I got it in a little market, like little corner store somewhere when I was there this past summer. So I put Serie A cards in here, of course. Milano is the team that I have the most from for any team. I think I have about 26 cards from Milan, which is just crazy. And then their city rivals, Inter. I always love traveling to Italy. I get to see my family and I get to pick up a bunch of Serie A cards, which obviously are difficult to find anywhere else. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, I am Italian, and I'm very proud of it and very happy to be Italian. I love my heritage, I love my country and culture, and I love watching Serie A, especially Juventus. This season they're kind of frustrating me, but it is what it is. I have a bunch of Serie A cards, like I said, because of all those trips to Italy. Got Napoli. Here's Juventus. Kenan Yildiz is one of my favorite players. He's such a star in the making. That's right, Mats Hummels is at Roma. Wonder how many of you guys knew that. Not questioning your knowledge, I'm just saying that was a pretty random transfer. And I think we're getting close to the end of Serie A here. And I figured I would put Serie B in as well. We're going to get there in a minute. Again, similar to the championship, it's just teams that were in Serie A but are now relegated to Serie B. Here we go. Sassuolo, which was a surprise, honestly, to see them relegated. We got a few others. Another card holder that I got in Italy, but the cards in here are kind of random. These are players who are currently playing in Brazil. I didn't think I would have so many to have a category, but I do. Then over here we have the MLS. Obviously MLS cards, pretty easily accessible here in the US. I don't get that many though because I don't really follow the MLS. That should tell you something about the league, that an American doesn't follow the American league. But I do watch it from time to time, it's just not that entertaining. Then, again, just random stuff. Got a few cards from River Plate in Argentina. And then the Turkish League. I didn't have another place to put it, so they're just lumped in here. Got Fenerbahce, Besiktas, Galatasaray. And then these 6 players here currently do not have a club, so when they do get a club, I'll put them wherever they go. What's actually interesting about this series is that it was players who play for the national team in Italy, men's and women's, so the women's cards I just put in here. I don't know much about the women's players, honestly, but I know that the Italy national team is good, but they could be better. And then, surprisingly enough, there are cards for managers too, and so I just put them in here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's not going to be too long when I edit it. And I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you so much for watching.